Hello, my name is Keegan Schmicker. I am the Executive Director for the Tipton County Chamber of Commerce, and today I'm excited to introduce you to a new video series, the Tipton Experience. The Tipton Experience is a video series where we highlight the various businesses that make up Tipton County. And today we're starting this video series at the Market on Main in downtown Tipton. Leading us on this behind the scenes video is Brett Morrow. Brett Morrow is a serial entrepreneur and owner of the Market on Main. Brett, tell us, what is the Market on Main?
We're going to be a full service market. We'll have grocery products, produce, dairy, frozen foods, seafood. This will be behind us. This is where the deli area is. We'll have a full meat counter, pork, chicken, beef, where you can come in if you want an 1.5 inch ribeye. We'll actually cut you an 1.5 inch ribeye,
wow, as
well as other items for sale.
Fantastic. And so you described the area behind me, and what about the area behind you?
Behind me back here is going to be the bistro area. We will have seating for about 25 guests.
Wow.
We'll have hot foods, chicken, vegetables, mashed potatoes, gravy, the basics, as well as special sandwiches from the deli. We'll also have an espresso machine, so if you want your latte, your flat white, your frappuccino, you can get that as well.
And what are the hours going to be on the bistro?
We're looking at the hours to be probably 7 a.m. till 8 p.m.
Wow.
The bistro will be open as long as the actual market is open.
Fantastic.
Very excited, very excited. So layout-wise, along this wall, we'll have, one thing bad is I hated covering up these windows, but there was no place to put the large reaching coolers, dairy, produce, and whatnot. So we're actually blocking off the bottom half of all these windows with black, 100% block out. And then we have our ice cream cooler here, our freezer here. Then we go to our lunch meat counter. Then we have produce, and then we have dairy all along this wall. We'll have aisles of actual grocery items along here. Mm-hmm. We'll have our dry produce out here in the center, and once again, with our meat back in this area, deli on this area, and poultry and chicken on the other side. The checkout counter right here, right behind you. We'll have 2 checkouts, mm-hmm, and then once again, the wine, we have to have storage for the wine, and those will be actually built up on the walls with a cooler in the corner.
Very cool.
And then the bistro area will be over in this area.
Yeah, on the other side.
Yeah. This window, the bottom is getting blacked out as well. And we'll have our soda, Pepsi, Coke, Sprite, Mountain Dews will all be along there. Candy, baked goods will be here in the center, with actually a warmer for warm sandwiches and whatnot will be here. And then deli and the actual bistro will be over here. Then the barista will be back there, the espresso machine. And then kind of excited to be offering the other option, an actual drive-through. This is the old men's and women's restroom. We're actually taking it and turning it into half to be a walk-in cooler, and then the other half goes right off to the side. We want to do a drive-through. So if you want to get a latte, a loaf of French bread, or a pound of ground round, you can pull up, tell us, we'll get it for you, bring it to you, check out and go.
Wow.
This town is very much a drive-through town,
yeah,
with everything that's got, and we are just adding to that. And also, it's kind of an elderly town. Someone wants to get out, especially with weather like we had today.
Yep.
You want to come get bread, you need a gallon of milk, you can pull up, get it for you, you don't have to leave your car.
What a great idea. As you mentioned with the elderly community, like giving them that convenience, whether the weather's nice or not.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's just adding an amenity to that demographic.
And if you're in a rush, you don't want to park, walk to,
yeah, sure,
you can just run up and grab it through the drive-thru.
That's great. So Brett, we find ourselves in the second story of the PNC building. So do you have plans for this second story?
Yes, I want to use it as professional executive office space. You got great views of courthouse and downtown Tipton. Mm-hmm. We would offer offices that we would rent. You wouldn't have to worry about utilities, wouldn't have to worry about internet. We would provide all of that. Like for $300 a month for an office, you've got everything included.
Right. That's a great incubator space for someone who might be just starting a business, or maybe does work from home but doesn't like working at their house.
Absolutely.
And what a great place to be in downtown Tipton, and then close to the grocery downstairs.
Absolutely, you can run downstairs and grab a latte, grab a sandwich, whatever you want to. We'll have a conference room. If someone has a meeting with shareholders or something like that, they could sign up and get the conference room. Yeah. There will be a lunch room with a refrigerator, sink, and whatnot. So you can come, grab your sandwich, make coffee up here, do something like that.
Fantastic.
So, absolutely.
It's a great space.
The camaraderie between the employees, or different employees of different companies who are up here, you know, it's not like being at home where you're kind of isolated. You can come be among people and bounce ideas off people, talk to people, whatnot.
Sure, cool.
Very excited.
Absolutely.
And you can tell from the bank building, all these rooms are actually connected. From the way the layout is, you can tell that there used to be the secretary up front, and then this was the vice president of land, the vice president of trust, the vice president of lending, the vice president of savings, something like that. You can tell that they were all that way. The secretaries were up front, all the guys, vice presidents, and they could all get to each other's office by going through. So, and that kind of helps us. If you're small by yourself, you want one office, but then you could have 3 offices if you have a couple employees. Yeah. We've got options there we can work with.
That's fantastic.
It's got all the radiant heat, so that will be going away, and working with the contractor now on whether we want to use Mitsubishi systems or do heat from the ceiling.
Sure.
Yeah. Because when this was built, they didn't have air conditioning. I think people are going to want that. And all the original wood with the transoms and all the glass is still in place. So obviously we'll be leaving all the wood natural and painting and putting new flooring down. But I just such character, and you just don't have that anymore. These are actually phone cards in here where all the phone lines hooked into. Pretty archaic, that's probably at least 40 years old. But some cool things that they left behind, like the safe downstairs, the iSafe.
It seemed like the biggest crime in one of the other offices I saw, they had wood floor. So it looks like this tile is actually on top of that wood floor, which is a tragedy because this is asbestos tile.
I can't take the tile up, I have to cover it up. So,
thanks for joining us for our first Tipton Experience video, where we took a behind-the-scenes look at the market on Main. Stay tuned, because next month we're going to take another behind-the-scenes look at the Shack in downtown Tipton. My name is Keegan Schmicker. I'm the Executive Director for the Tipton County Chamber of Commerce, and we appreciate you watching.